Hello, welcome to Data-Driven Decisions. Today is June 1st, 2024. It's the first of the month, so that means for me, I need to at least log in my account balances across every single account I have. I need to do that on the first of the month, or else it's a pain in the butt to try to backtrack to figure out what it was on the first. So I don't always update my entire finances on the first, but I always at least get the account balances and figure out what my net worth is at the first of the month, just based on all the account values. And let me share my screen and I'll show you that. So we're going to walk through the update of my personal finance ecosystem. So as I was just saying, the most important thing is to log in the account balance information, and that's what I just did before this video. All this stuff right here has to be logged in the first of the month. These are all the balances of all my accounts. And here are just some summary statistics based on those values, such as total cash, total savings, total credit card balance, my credit card minus my equity. So that's my total liabilities, the way I count it. And here's my total retirement, cash plus savings plus retirement, plus equity, total assets, total debt, and finally, the most important thing, net worth. So yeah, I had a pretty good month. My net worth increased by $4,000. Not bad, mostly from the house. The house value went up by about 2,900. So I need to fill the rest of this out. The next step is to get all the spending figured out, and that's what I'll do right now. So what I first need to do is make sure that all the transactions for the month of May are updated in personal capital. So let's go over to personal capital. And another thing I want to mention, you see the net worth of net 164 in personal capital, and you only see a net worth of 139. I only count 70% of 401k money. That's not taxed yet. So when you receive it, you're only going to receive 70% of it. So when I count the value of say my Vanguard 401k, it's actually at 73,000, but I only count it as 51,000 because that's 70% of what that value is, because 30% of that money is going to get taxed out. I'm not going to receive it, so I don't want to count it. That's something that nobody else does, but I'm want to be very conservative with my finances. I want to see it worse than it see it worse or what it actually is, rather than be optimistic and have an inflated value, which is what most people's net worth is, due to the fact that they're not taking any money out of their 401k money. It's inflated money. All right, so we got to fill out these grocery or the spending categories, and what I'm going to do is make sure that every transaction in personal capital is categorized. All right, here's the transaction page. So I have been updating this throughout the month. Just gonna check. These ones aren't categorized. This one isn't. These aren't. All right, up to here. So, all right. Walgreens, groceries, Speedway, was gas. This is hair. And let's go to Amazon to figure out what these ones are. All right, so it's just a matter of finding this transaction in Amazon 963. There it is, a book. So 2674. Bargaining. 4813. All right, let's go over to budgeting. And let's go to last month. All right, I spent 11,960, and I'm going to scan through every category, make sure all the transactions are right. All right, so I just checked all the transactions. They all look good. Now I'm going to take this into BigQuery. So let's get everything from January. Export. There it is. Let's open it. File, save as. All right. Now we got to load that CSV file into a GCP bucket in cloud storage. That's what I'm doing right now. Now we got to go into this. Let's delete this. This is the input file. We got to re-upload it. So first delete it and go into the bucket or in the data set, import table, find it in the GCP bucket, and paste the same name. For schema, do auto detect and then go down and say header rows to skip, just one, create table. And let's go to it. So from 1/1 all the way to 5/31. Great. All right. Missing transactions. All right. I just found a transaction, a big one that isn't in personal capital. I don't know why. We're going to add it. All right. Now I got to find, there's another account, my Apple Card, that doesn't link to personal capital. So I just need to find. All right. I added transactions. Now I need to run this. This is where I take the personal capital category and make it more granular to the most granular spend category called category. And I got some queries to check. Is there any air missing? There is. All right. I fixed those errors. Run it again. Good. We got some missings for main category. All right, that's good. Now let's run this. I'll for sure have to add. Let's just run it. Mint spend category. Let's get the hierarchy for that. All right. Or first mint spend category. I think travel is one. Travel. Yep. Travel. right. This one is called spend category. Travel is travel, not spend. And spend summary category. What is travel? Other. All right. Now this one gets the store name. There's certainly going to be new ones. This is text mining. All right. None. Great. Now we're adding the category numbers. All right. Lastly, this orders the columns. This brings it all together. On the whole thing. All right, it finished, no errors. Now let's go to Power BI and refresh everything. Now, if there's a problem with the dimensions where there's not uniqueness with the numeral category numbers that I made, it's going to produce errors. Hopefully it doesn't, though. Oops, there was an error. Let's see. Yep, probably what I just said. Category number, category dim contains a duplicate value of 0. So let's go to that. Here it is. There's 2 zeros. Travel, category number. I'm going to run everything from there on. Save the query. And we're just going to test it again. All right, let's refresh again. Now keep in mind that not everything is yet refreshed in Power BI. We're working on the transaction table because we're going to fill this out based on that. All right, no errors. We got a successful data model. Great. All right. So this dashboard is what I'm going to use. And we're going to just look at April or May. There's my spend. This is by store. To fill out the Excel, it's this chart right here. I'm just going to fill it out one by one. All right, so I just using my 2 screens, and now I'm going to fill this out. So groceries 1853.74. Work dine 0. I don't eat out 312.05. All right, now that's filled out. So now I can copy this. So I spent $12,827 at work pay. Fill this out for May 12611. Pre-tax takeout. work take-home pay, non-work take-home pay. I find that in personal capital. I'll go to cash flow, income, and last month. Update that. $133. So my net take home is that. Money to move minus 4205. Maven Wave. 401k net 756. Investment interest. I still got to fill that out. All right, so now that I got spend, I can copy this, paste it in here, paste special, values, transpose. There they are. So all the pay stuff is good. Credit card rewards, 133. There's my spending. I can fill this out. 71. Cash wise. Minus 389. So my money to move is negative 4205. So I lost that. And I fill this out after I fill out the account info. Huntington checking. I count both these. 801. $500. Chase checking. Make sure you paste in all information, even if it's the same, because you got to get rid of the formula. Bank of America. All right. All right. So all that's filled out now. I let the equations fill this out for me. And left over is only 105, so that's really close. Almost zero balance budget. Sometimes I lose money. I forget where it goes, but that's always good when it's very close to zero. All right. So now I can fill out the rest of the monthly budget sheet. Here's investment interest. House equity change. I got my equity right here. 4, 6, 5, 8, 2 minus 4, 3, 6, 7, 7. 2905. Truck equity change. 0. Net worth change. All right, so that's all filled out. Save. This is all filled out. Now make this all white. And now highlight June as the current month. And change this to 0. File, save. And what I usually do, fill out this budget. I'm going to use Power BI this time to fill it out. Let's save this. And now we got to load this into BigQuery. I have directions. The finance sheet into a new workbook. Do I have a field I know I didn't save as CSV? CSV. Put the date so I'm not overwriting the file. And now I got to go into cloud storage. Load it. Create a new table. All right. Now I'm running it. And what else I can work on is the budget table. Add data to monthly budget CSV. All right, now everything should be updated. Let's refresh. All right, let's go to monthly budget. All right, so I took home 8,622, spent a lot more. Cash flow negative 4,205. I'm gonna fill out the spend in here. All right, copy this and I'll paste this value transpose. And now let's fill this out. So I got my spending figured out. Credit card rewards to 125. All that's figured out. And for money to move, I got 363. So what am I gonna do? 50. Chase checking. Minus 300. Credit. All right. So for cash, all right. So my budget's up to date. Have that filled out. That's that. I successfully updated the chart. I could upload it again to show June, just goal for the budget, but it wouldn't be complete. That's that. Thank you for listening.